Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today we'll try another chill one. How about that? The Mad World Challenge. It's another one of these where we have no money from interest, no money from extra hands, because we have an alternative income stream. We have money coming from the business card, a chance of giving us money every time we score a face card, except the starting deck here, you can see we don't have any face cards, kind of. We have just 2 through 9 of every suit. However, we also have this eternal pareidolia. Pareidolia says all of our cards count as face cards, so every card we play has a chance of giving us money. One thing I really like about these challenge modes, not necessarily challenging, and that's correct, that's by design. If there is some interesting joker that you like, some interesting synergy that you like, instead of just restarting a bunch of runs until you find the joker in the starting shop or whatever it is, you could just load up the challenge that has that joker. If you like the challenge that has the dagger, you like the challenge that in this case has the pareidolia, and the business card if you like this synergy. I think that's kind of fun. So kind of the way that I think about this is, okay, if we're going to get money from every card, then how can we play the most cards per round? And so, for example, in the first round, what you can do is you could play 2 pair 3 times. You get about 60 to 70 points for each one, and then end the round with a 5-card hand, maybe full house or something like that. So in total, 2 pair times 3 and then a 5-card hand, that's 17 cards. In just round 1, 17 cards, each one giving you $1 on average. You start with $17. And part of what enables this is the deck only starts with 32 cards. So very similar in flavor to the Abandoned deck. The Abandoned deck, doesn't have the face cards. Here we don't have any aces, we don't have any 10s either. And so it is much easier to get straights and full houses. You can pretty easily get 4 of a kind on demand if you want 4 of a kind or a straight flush. And so, you can get basically whatever perfect hands that you want. And so you can play a bunch of 2 pairs to just earn a bunch of money and then end with 4 of a kind or end with a straight flush or, however you want to do it. So that's the easy way to do it. Maybe that's for some the fun way to do it. Here's something that I thought would be kind of fun. Let's do it the opposite. And maybe you already knew I was going to say that, but let's talk about logistics here. What are we trying to do? What if we play as few cards as possible? If we play as few cards as possible, then we'll get as few business card transactions as possible. That's what my plan is. And a way to play fewer cards is let's do more skips. Let's do all the skips. Give that a try. So, if we hop into the round here, I did do a little bit of restarting, to see, some skip tags that could be useful for us. So for example, here we've got the holographic skip. We're not going to get anything right away. We still have to fight the boss here, but we will get in the shop a guaranteed holographic. And so maybe, if I want to play as few cards as possible, maybe I can get some, generic unconditional plus mult from a holographic joker, and then maybe I can find, something like a stuntman and start doing high card stuff. So, that would be ideal, but we'll see what actually happens. So we're going to take both of these skips. All right, in the booster pack here, the Fool doesn't have anything right now, but since it's a mega pack, we can take something and then copy it with a Fool. Something that you might be interested in doing is, if I am going for high card, if I am going for this holographic plus 10 here, I might want to make bonus cards. And like we said, with only 32 cards on the deck, here my starting hand is 8 cards. If I use 3 discards, discarding 5 at a time, that's 15 cards. That's only 9 cards left in the deck. If I discard 3 times and then play 1 hand of 5 cards, then that's everything except for 4 cards left in the deck. You can see basically the whole deck. And so if I make these bonus cards, it's almost guaranteed that I'll see them every time. And so that can be very powerful. You can also go the route of, using the Emperor for some random tarot cards. Notably, when I use this Emperor, there won't be any repeats. So this Emperor will not give me another Emperor. This Emperor will not give me any of these 4. And so if there was some more powerful tarot that I was looking for, maybe suit changing tarot, you could, make flushes more easily, or straight flushes. If I want to try to play fewer cards, then, maybe I want to play a higher scoring hand. Or, maybe the Emperor could give us a death card or Hangman or something like that. I think what I want to do, since this is, our literal first Arcana pack, and we don't have any scoring technology here, I think the Judgment is going to help us. Definitely, for the boss here, this 600, I think we can hit 600 with 4 of a kind, maybe 4 of a kind 9s or something like that. But, maybe if I'm going to do a lot of skips, maybe this Joker, even if I don't need it for the boss, can help set me up for the future. So I'm going to use the Judgment. Okay, Ice Cream is great. Ice Cream plus chips to go with our plus molt from the holographic tag. So, already looking like this high card build potentially developing here. After we survive the first round, after we survive the first boss, we can pick up the holographic from the shop. I think I like the idea of, rather than doing the card enhancements, I think I like the idea of having another Joker. And then, even if it's not a good Joker, we can always sell it. I like this idea of, since we're doing as many skips as we can and we're trying to play as few cards as we can, we're going to be low on income. And so having the cheaper access to Jokers seems attractive to me. So let's give it a try. Remember, on this challenge, we don't get any money from extra hands. We don't get any money from interest. It is only coming from the business card. And so, we do have some, even if we go into a shop, we might not be able to afford all the things, might not be able to afford any Jokers. So I feel good about this start here. With the, deck only having 32 cards here, it is pretty easy to hit the 4 of a kind for the clever Joker. And then that could be very powerful. All right, so in here, I'm thinking about, maybe trying to do that 4 of a kind. So obviously the chips or the Ice Cream going to give you a lot of chips, but maybe that's not enough molt. And so if we look at here, let's say I play 3 of a kind. 3 of a kind, maybe I get 150 chips times 3, or I get 160 chips times 3 is not going to hit the 600 here. So I do think we need the 4 of a kind. Since I have a pair of 9s, I'm going to go for the 4 of a kind. I do have here, I think this straight with the Ice Cream would be a winning straight, but I want to try to, like I said, play as few cards as possible. So let's see if we can go for the 4 of a kind. Would be 1 fewer card, right? All right, so we did get the 3 9s. Now we're just discarding, looking for 1 more 9. And one more time, looking for 1 more 9. If we don't get the 9, we can still play 3 of a kind and something else. Maybe we could play a full house, or we can play 3 of a kind and a pair separately. Luckily, we did hit the 9. And, just double checking here, like I said, with the Ice Cream. With X3 here, in order to hit 600, I would need 200 chips. And these 9s are not going to get there, so I'm going to add the 4th 9. Even though it's an extra card. Like I said, trying to play as few cards as possible. 2,300 with the help of the clever Joker, and so I'm thinking about, the next boss is going to be 1,600 we could do with the clever Joker. Okay, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. We got it's the plus molt that we wanted. Also is X molt. Times 2 molt here if we have a club and something else, and I think it'll be pretty easy / consistent to, we can keep doing the 4 of a kind, or we can go for maybe pairs. Would be relatively easy. I've got $9 here and then $4 here, so maybe I can spend the 13 here. I think I'm interested in, since I have 2 Joker slots left, I think I am interested in the Buffoon pack, just to see. All right, to-do list, money if we play a flush. I'm not interested in flushes because, I want to play fewer cards. obviously campfire is good, you know, very strong end game winning joker. You can get up to, you know, I've gotten this up to like times 40 or whatever before. Maybe something that's, you know, got me a little bit wary about this, a little bit concerned about this, is I don't know if we will have enough to buy and sell every round if we're skipping and, you know, having a little bit less money, especially if we've got, you know, the two Eternals here. Buying and selling consumables is like very different from buying and selling jokers, you know, having an empty joker slot that you can buy and sell. I'm still going to take it because it's a rare and, you know, I can always sell it if I need the money. But I think we're going to try to make this work, but I also think it's going to be hard to make this work, perhaps. I will pick up Seeing Double here. And since we're out of money, we're just going to go next. All right, this is huge. We got the Mega Buffoon skip here. Okay, some things that I'm thinking about. I want to sell something, and among these, you know, maybe instead of playing the 4 of a kind, I said, you know, maybe play pairs for the Seeing Double. So maybe let's get rid of the Clever Joker, upgrading our campfire temporarily. And then, you know, among these 3 uncommons, you know, which of these uncommons am I least interested in? Or, you know, maybe what am I the most interested in? I think a case can be made for the Fibonacci. You know, 2s, 3s, 5s, 8s, you can pretty easily just play a pair and then get 16 molt from this. 16 molt would be very powerful. The question is, you know, is that like a long-term plan of ours? Or, you know, maybe we want to be doing something else? I'm trying to think. Okay, if we take the Burglar, how does the Burglar help us? Burglar's income turns discards into hands, and so maybe if you want to play pairs or high card, then you can play extra hands with this. I think that's not what I want to be doing. If I play extra hands, then I will be, you know, not, what is it? If I play extra hands, I'll be playing too many cards, right? I'm trying to play fewer cards, and I kind of like using my discards to dig for my better cards, dig for my clubs. So I definitely don't want the Burglar. And now I'm trying to decide if I want the Parking or if I want the Fibonacci. I think something that's on my brain, maybe what I want to do is, you know, with the Parking, I can try to get more money, and then with more money, I can try to get more consumables for the campfire. So I think I'm going to give that a try. Maybe that's controversial. Maybe that's incorrect. Maybe that's just straight incorrect. But that's what I'm going to do. Alright, on the boss here we have base, chips, and molt are halved. But, you know, regardless of what I play, I get 100 chip, or I get 10 molt from Seeing Double. Let's make sure we've got it organized this way. We've got the ice cream here. So let's see here. Do I need the ×2? Let's work it out real fast. So this is 100 plus 100 times 10, right? Or 100 times 11 is a little bit less than 1600 here. And then if we go ×2, it's fine. So I can get away with just 1 card instead of a pair. You know, here the club pair. So we'll play just the 1 card, and then we got a better chance of getting the money. Also, this is a great synergy, by the way, the Pareidolia with the Parking. Alright, now what am I thinking about? So I'm thinking about, I want this consumable. I want this star that I can sell to the campfire. I don't think I want this 6 cents. I think I want, you know, the money from the Parking rather than the 6 cents. I think we're okay with the jokers. You know, if I do just the pair, or probably pair twice with Seeing Double, that could work. Or maybe I could play 4 of a kind, and that would be worth enough points after I sell the star to power up the campfire. So I think I'm just going to save my money from this position and then go next. This is awkward. We do have the top up tag here, skip, and so we gotta do a little soul searching here. We gotta ask, okay, do we get rid of something? Right now, ice cream is pretty powerful, so I don't want to get rid of that. Parking also, I think the jokers that I have are powerful, and so maybe I'm not interested in like, you know, short term, I can get 2 common jokers and then I can sell them to power up the campfire, but like long term, I have no guarantees that what I get will be better than what I currently have. And so I think I'm gonna skip here, or I'm gonna, you know, just not take the commons. Unfortunate, it used up our double tag. All right, in the mega standard pack now. Okay, some things I'm thinking about. One, if I have this blue seal, that gives me a planet card, and then I can sell the planet cards to the campfire. So I'm into that. And then also there's a foil here, the extra chips to go with our molt here. And then maybe if we're playing, you know, pairs, the extra chip is very helpful if we're playing pairs. So yeah, I'll take those. I guess also we have the opportunity, we could play 4 of a kind with the foil too. Let's think about it. So I think here what I want to do is look for the 2. You know, I made the fancy 2, or I've got the fancy 2, you know, maybe the blue seal and then the foil. So let's keep these 2s and look for more 2s. Because, you know, one option is I could play a pair twice, or I could just play 4 of a kind. So let's go for the 4 of a kind. All right, so there's the blue seal. Let's keep going looking for more 2s. Okay, here's 4 of a kind. Maybe if I get 1 more 2, I can keep the blue seal. All right, perfect. So if I do this, do I need the campfire? So let's work it out real fast. This is, you know, like 110 plus ice cream is 200 chips times, well, it'll be 17 times 2 is 34, so 34 times 200 is 6,000, so I think this is enough. Fingers crossed that we don't lose the 2 here. Alright, sweet. Unfortunately, we didn't get as much money from the parking, and maybe now I feel a little bit bad about keeping the parking. This parking could have been a Fibonacci for 2s. Unfortunate. Now what? So I'm thinking about, I want this boss reroll voucher. I feel like there's some stinky ones that I want to have. You know, the ability to reroll it. So I think I take this. And then, you know, as far as like driver's license doesn't do anything, I could, you know, play this game of buy the license, sell the license, buy the blue joker after. Blue joker is worse when you have fewer cards in your deck, and so maybe blue joker is only like, you know, 40-ish chips compared to the ice cream is doing that plenty. And I still, you know, have the potential to get reserved parking value. So I think here we're just going to go next. Then, okay, we'll take the skips. You know, we said we're going to do all of the skips. In here, I'm thinking about if I've got seeing double, then I'm going to be playing pairs, perhaps. Pairs, and then also could be 3 of a kind. All right, go next. So here, lose $1 per card played, so play as few cards as possible. That's already the plan. So what we can do is, you know, last time we know with the 4 of a kind 2s, we were able to hit 6,000. So if I sell these, the same 4 of a kind 2s can hit 12,000. Let's find the 2s. All right, so we got 3 2s already. We just need to find 1 more 2. All right, so we got 4 2s here. Maybe we can try to find the foil 2. There we go. Here's foil 2. Yeah, I guess, you know, one difference between playing a pair and then another pair, you get more money from reserved parking compared to if I play you know, just 4 of a kind, I get less money. Oh well, it's too late now. I only have the 1, 2 of clubs, right? And so, you know, if I'm going to be playing the 2s, I want to play them as 4 of a kind instead of just a pair. Anyway, ouch. Alright, going into this shop here, I am really not getting as much value as the parking as I wanted. You know, I kind of got excited about Paradolia and the parking here, but I'm starting to realize, you know, this 1 and 2 is not great, and I'm not playing that many hands, and I'm not getting as much money as I wanted out of the parking. I really wish, I didn't know we were going to go so hard on 2s. I really wish I still had the Fibonacci. Fibonacci would have been an easy dunk. Now we got to play a little bit harder, I guess. So something that I'm thinking about, if I switch to this Cardomancer, I can get a card that I can sell for the campfire. So I definitely want to do that. I'm thinking about whether or not do we buy DNA first and then just for the upgrade on the campfire and then buy the Cardomancer. I think maybe that's unnecessary. I think I don't need to do that. So I'll just buy the Cardomancer and then save the rest of my money. So something that I'm thinking about is, you know, we don't get any interest, so, you know, you don't necessarily need to save your money, but I want to save my money for things like consumables in the shop and Arcana packs, and in the future, in order to feed the campfire, I'm going to need to reroll. And so I need to save money now that I'm going to use not until Ante 8. So I got to save money for Ante 8, which is kind of stressful. I would really like to be able to replace the campfire maybe with something that's a little bit easier to use, but it's too late now. Alright, coupon tag that's great actually. You know, you could buy stuff for 0 and still sell it for the campfire. We get a discounted rare, so this is a combo here, that's great. The boss here, no discards, so, you know, obviously harder for us to find the 4 of a kind, but I think we can survive with just enough pairs as long as we draw enough clubs. Let's give it a try. Yeah, so we'll sell these things right away for the bonus. Now we got the times 2.5 campfire. We have 2 8s here. If I had Fibonacci instead of the Cardomancer, I think this is a one-shot. Oops. Well, let's see it. So I said pairs with clubs. Instead of being a one-shot is only a little bit more than 7,000. So if I do 3 of those, I should win. Okay, so how about, you know, here's another set here. Here's a pair of 7s. Here's a pair of 5s, I guess. Okay. So some things I'm thinking about. I want this Jumbo Buffoon pack, gives me 4 jokers to choose from. I want to buy these just to sell them to do the campfire thing. I have to make room, right? What I don't want to happen is I don't want to go in the Buffoon pack and then there's something that I really want and then I don't get to buy these. So how about this? You know, ice cream is already on 60 chips. I think Cardomancer for the extra tarot card for the campfire is fine, and I think ice cream is replaceable. Buffoon pack is going to have 4 options, and so I think we can replace the ice cream. So let's go. Let's pick up the Fienders here, sell the Fienders to buy the order, and then go in the Buffoon pack. By the way, you know, the way the duplication works for the jokers, if there would be the order in here, then instead of getting the order, you get a different rare. It gives you a different joker of the same rarity. So rather than holding on to the Fienders, we're holding on to the order. It doesn't really matter. There's probably not going to be a rare in here anyway. Blackboard is pretty decent if you're going for like pairs and high card build, because you can just kind of, whatever the red cards are, you just select them as garbage to throw away. Not what we're doing, because we're trying to play as few cards as possible. Hearts flush is not really what we're working on. You know, maybe raise fists as like a source of plus molt. Maybe we're lacking a little bit, though maybe the plus 10, even though it's small, is technically enough. This could be big. Right now this is not. I did lose the ice cream, which I'm pretty sad about, but you know, the ice cream was giving us 60 chips, this is giving us 60 chips, so basically it came out even. And you know, there is potential for this to get bigger as we get, you know, more business card money. So I think we get rid of the order and then go Bulls. And if that's what we're doing, then I think we don't buy the crystal ball. As much as I love the crystal ball, I think we just go next. Or, you know, the standard pack is free, so let's take a look. Do I want an ace? I think the answer is no. I think I have the twos that I like, and so I'm just going to skip here and stick with the twos and then go next. All right. Speed tag. I know that we're not going especially fast because we're, you know, doing this. It's kind of tough, right? But here, yes, I will accept. I will accept $55. I will accept. And we get a voucher. All right. Can I hit this in one hand? So I'm thinking about. So I've got the bull here with the chips. I've got the 2.5 campfire. I think, as you know, with the extra chips, you know, let's say we've got about, you know, twice as many chips as we had before. I think if we hit the 4 of a kind, then that can be 20K. So I think we just go next. All we gotta do is hit the 4 of a kind. And this definitely helps. I could use the death to make an extra 2 of spades with the foil. I can use it to make an extra 2, and then that way in the future I have an extra club. So that's great. Let's look for more 2s, because I still have that you know, blue seal would be useful. We've got 4 2s now, so let's throw away 4, looking for one more. Throw away these, looking for that blue seal. Okay, so we did get the blue seal. We have the 4 of a kind. And we said what used to be 12K, we have that same configuration, except now the bull gives us twice as many chips, and so it's going to be worth twice as many points. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to get another blue seal, and then that'll be an extra planet card for the future that we can sell to the campfire. So how about this 5? I want to keep the 3 of clubs just in case clubs for seeing double. But anyway, let's use the death card here and then play the 4 of a kind. Nice, there, you know, no problem scoring there. We already knew it was going to be 20,000. All right, now okay, it's ante 7. We've got $100 for the bull here. So something that I'm thinking about, at some point I want to get rid of the cartomancer, and you know, in order to buy and sell things for the campfire, one thing that we can do is buy and sell jokers. And so I don't want to get rid of my X-Molt seeing double. I don't want to get rid of my bull. I think it's time cartomancer is on its way out, which allows me to, you know, I can buy and sell the 8-ball. I can buy and sell the banner. Before I sell the banner, I could buy the overstock and then get a refresh on the shop. Nice. Okay, so now I can pick up an earth card. I can pick up a strength card, which either I can sell or I can keep in case I need to make another 4 of a kind. So instead of 4 of a kind 2s, I guess it doesn't work with 2s because I don't have any aces to turn into 2s, but I have some things else that I could use and, you know, maybe make 4 of a kind 9s or 5 of a kind 9s if I need to. I think we can sell this banner and pick up this certificate. I think, so it's ante 7 now. We've only got 2 rounds left. We've only got 2 bosses left. And so I want to make sure I have enough money to feed the campfire in ante 8. And I want to make sure I don't spend too much money that the bowl gets too small. But I think we can afford to reroll one more time. All right, cool. All right, so a couple ideas here. Number 1, I'm going to take the Pluto card, but I don't necessarily need the Pluto card. So I'm going to pick up the Hierophant, and then the Hierophant I can make some bonus cards in an emergency. And the extra chips, you know, that could help us score. And then the certificate, it's going to add a random card to our hand. I don't want a random card added to the deck. It's going to make it harder for me to find my 2s. So I'm going to get rid of the certificate. And then actually here, the +4, you know, it's not a lot of molt, but it's, you know, more than nothing, right? So the +4 and then multiplied by all of these, you know, ×5 on the campfire, like that's pretty good. Do I want the retcon? I think I don't need it. And if I don't need it, we'll keep saving our money for the bull and then go next. All right, skip here, orbital pairs. Oh wait, pairs, that's great, that's huge. Pairs, you know, instead of 4 of a kind, pairs is sort of the minimal amount to do the seeing double. So that's great. Level 5 pairs. And another speed tag, 70 bucks. Nice. All right. Now we're huge. Now we've got 270 chips on the bull. Is this the kind of boss that I want to reroll? I think, you know, with so many chips from the bull, maybe I don't care so much about the level of my poker hand. Also, this 70k with a ×5 campfire, I think we can hit 70k with ×5. So, go next. All right, I have 3 2s here, so I don't need this strength, and I can just dig for more 2s if I want. Dig for more 2s maybe. Okay, so we got 3 2s. Let's try to get that 4 of a kind 2s again. All right, so I've got 4 of a kind if I want it. Let's do the 4 of a kind. So let's go Hierophant here and then play 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind. It's close, right? I guess the difference is like 1 molt number and like some amount of chips. Let's go for the 3 of a kind. And if it doesn't work, I can play high card. And it'll be the same number of cards counted. Oh, I guess I forgot about the D level. Okay, it's 70k, barely. Perfect. Ah, calculated. We knew it was gonna be perfect. Ah, yes. Alright, so now what I'm thinking about, this is the final ante. I could take the hieroglyph for another ante, but if I'm trying to play as few cards as possible, okay, I don't want that. What I want is, let's make room for this card sharp. And then maybe I can play a pair twice. Faceless Joker, Repair Dully, that's pretty fun. Oh well. Alright, we got the card sharp. I would like to try to find some more plus molt if I can, so I'm going to re-roll a few times. Okay. +5 from the Fortune Teller. I think with the card sharp now and then the leveled up campfire, I think I'd rather have, I think I can do better than this. I think I can do better than seeing double. And so rather than play pairs, I'm going to try to play high card. Because if I could win with 3 high card. 3 high card is less cards than 2 pairs. So if I want to try to play as few cards as possible, I think we get rid of this. I think we cycle through these for the campfire, and we'll settle on the, the fortune teller maybe. Okay, I'm into it. So we've got Supernova here. Of course, we've played, not that many hands because we've been doing a lot of skipping. But we get the shoes. Oh yeah. All right, how do we, what's the, is that how we, does that look good to you? That looks good to me. All right, so now, I actually don't need this. I don't need the Pluto card if I have the plus molt from the boots. So maybe, I'll just sell it for the extra X molt on my campfire. All right, times 6.5 times 3. I think now we're good, and we'll just go next. Mega Standard. I could add a purple seal as like another source of another card that I can sell with the campfire, so I'll do that. This other stuff we'll skip. Uncommon here. Okay, so we do have the boss. Is this the kind of boss that we re-roll? I think we could do this. I mean, we could definitely do it. The question is like, how many hands is it going to take, right? Like if I get the purple boss, I think it'll take us 3 hands, 3 high cards. If we get the green boss, that makes us sell a joker. Maybe we don't need to sell the joker because, all of our, it doesn't matter if our cards are debuffed. Or what is it? For this one, we play a hand to figure out where the boots are. And then once we know where the boots are, we put the boots on the left, and then that's it. And then the second hand is going to win. I think regardless of what boss we have, it takes at least 2 hands because we need the card sharp activated. So I think we just play it. All right, where'd the boots end up? Let's look for that purple card so I could discard it. Didn't get the purple one, that's okay. You know what we should have done? We should have played a card first and then saved our discard. Maybe it didn't matter. Maybe if I'm only playing 1 card anyway, the chance of me drawing the purple one's not very high. Anyway, all right, pay attention for me. Tell me where the boots are. Okay, plus 42 is here, so that's the boots. Ship it. So, it's not like a record or anything. Maybe for this particular challenge it's a record, but yeah, if you really wanted to go for a record, like, absolutely least cards played, you need to keep restarting until you get the Stuntman. The Stuntman plus 300 chips. And then maybe, some other consistent, powerful source of plus mult. Maybe something like Abstract Joker or whatever. But here, a casual 28 cards played. We win in just 8 rounds here. And also, not that many re-rolling either. All right, folks. Take care.